DeKalb County. Hey, South DeKalb. Great to see you. Y'all didn't know I used to work on Panola Road. My folks still live in DeKalb County. Great to see you, DeKalb. DeKalb County, the polls are open. The polls are open, DeKalb County, so say it with me now. Say vote. Say vote. It is so good to be here. I want to thank the Reverend Dr. Jamal Bryant of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church for the hospitality. Thank you, Dr. Bryant. I want to thank all of you for coming out today. I want to recognize someone I've come to know as a friend. Join me in giving a warm South DeKalb County welcome, a warm Stonecrest welcome to the Reverend Raphael Warnock. Reverend Warnock. We were just talking last night. We've been looking forward to this all week. And DeKalb County, I want you to reflect on how far we've come. I want you to reflect on how far we've come in the state of Georgia, how far we've come in the American South. Georgia is the most competitive battleground state in the United States. All eyes are on Georgia, DeKalb County. The whole country is watching Georgia voters to see what we will do at this historic moment. And think about how far we've come, DeKalb County, that your standard bearers are the young Jewish journalist, son of an immigrant, and a black preacher who holds Dr. King's pulpit at Ebenezer Baptist Church. Think about how far we've come, DeKalb County. And we're running against like the Bonnie and Clyde of corruption in politics. Y'all, how do we wind up with David and Kelly? Rev, how do we wind up with David and Kelly? Hey, say it with me now. Say vote. Say vote. See, we deserve better, DeKalb County, than two United States senators who saw a pandemic as a chance to enrich themselves but have blocked relief for the people they represent for 8 months. We deserve better, DeKalb County. We will not forget that Senator David Perdue, the same man who called his broker to buy medical and vaccine stock when he found out what was coming, opposed even the first round of $1,200 checks for his own constituents. David Perdue does not care about us. David Perdue does not care about us. And $600 is a joke, DeKalb County. You send me and Reverend Warnock to the U.S. Senate, we will put money in your pocket because the gas bill is due, the rent's overdue, the credit cards are maxed out. We are hurting through no fault of their own, and you deserve better. DeKalb County, say it with me now. Say vote. Say vote. See, the ballot box is where we hold those who represent us accountable. The ballot box is where we exercise our power as a people. And right now, Georgia has the power to make history. DeKalb County has the power to make history. Feel that power, DeKalb County. With 9 days to go, 8 days to go. Because this is about where we go next as a people. We have better and bigger things to discuss than David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. We have the power to write the next chapter in American history, DeKalb County, because Donald Trump is leaving. Donald Trump is leaving, and Georgia voters sent Donald Trump packing. You did that. Feel your power, DeKalb County. So now, DeKalb County, we have the power to decide what comes next. And it's time to stand up and vote like we have never voted before to demand health and jobs and justice. To demand health and jobs and justice for the people, for all the people. DeKalb County, do you believe, like I do and like Reverend Warnock does, that health care is a human right? And not just a privilege for those who have enough money in their bank accounts or live in the right zip code. DeKalb County, do you believe health care is a human right? I was down in Cuthbert, Georgia about 6 days ago. Y'all, they lost their hospital in October. This is the United States of America. In Cuthbert, Georgia, the hospital closed in the middle of a pandemic. We are the wealthiest and most powerful country in the world. Health care is a human right, and if you elect me and Reverend Warnock to the U.S. Senate, we will deliver the resources to reopen the 9 hospitals that have closed in Georgia in the last 10 years, to build clinics that will serve every community in this state, because we all deserve access to the best health care in the world as Americans, DeKalb County. This is about health and jobs and justice for the people. Let's talk about jobs. For 8 months, with DeKalb County small businesses operating at 20 or 30% capacity, with millions out of work, with bills coming due, mortgages due, childcare costs, prescription costs, Washington has left you high and dry. And now they're sending $600. $600 is a joke. And look, here's the bottom line. The COVID relief that we need, that DeKalb County needs, that Georgia needs, it depends upon winning these 2 U.S. Senate races. Because if Mitch McConnell retains control of the United States Senate, he will try to do to Joe and Kamala exactly like he tried to do to President Obama. They will block the COVID relief that we need. They will block the $15 minimum wage that we deserve as Americans. They will block the student debt relief that young people in this country are crying out for. They will block the expansion of the Pell Grant program we can pass so that no Georgian has to take on a penny of debt to get a 4-year degree from a public college or from an HBCU. We have good work to do, DeKalb County. We can pass the most ambitious jobs, relief, infrastructure, and clean energy program in American history. We can create tens of thousands of jobs across this state, upgrading our public schools, building new clinics and hospitals, expanding broadband internet access, upgrading transit and transportation so we can get around our communities affordably. We have so much good work to do, and we should feel excited, DeKalb County, about the opportunity to do this work for the people. We've had 4 years of hatred, racism, division, and fear. It's time we had a politics that was founded on love, empathy, decency, compassion, respect for human rights. DeKalb County has the power. Georgia has the power to set the tone for the next several decades in this country, to demand health and jobs and justice for the people. DeKalb County, let's talk about justice. Let's talk about justice. See, my mother came to this country as an immigrant when she was 23 years old. She came here alone as a young woman because she believed in what this country stands for. Let me be clear that that doesn't mean she indulged some kind of fantasy about American history. That doesn't mean she didn't recognize how much further we had to go, but she believed this country was on a journey toward fully realizing our founding ideals of equality in God's eyes and equal justice under the law. Equal justice under the law. The 14th Amendment of our Constitution already guarantees equal protection. But when Ahmaud Arbery is shot to death in broad daylight in the street on camera in Glenn County, Georgia, and the local authorities look the other way because he is a young black man, that makes a mockery of equal justice under the law. So DeKalb County, are you ready to fight to pass a new Civil Rights Act that will secure equal justice for all people regardless of race and regardless of class? Are you ready to fight to pass a new Voting Rights Act that will secure the sacred franchise for all people in this country and end voter suppression? DeKalb County, you have the power. We have the power. So I'm asking you to work these next 8 days. And I'm not asking you to work for the sake of my ambition. I'm not asking you to work for the glory of a political party. That's not what this is about. This is about the human consequences of elections. This is about the difference that we can make in our lives when we elect people who care about the people more than they care about themselves. This is about our limitless potential as a country to secure equal justice for all, to establish health care as a human right, to ensure every one of us can do dignified work that pays a living wage. So DeKalb County, are you ready to work for health and jobs and justice? Are you ready to organize and mobilize and knock on doors and call your neighbors and get your church out and get your neighborhood out and get your family out like we have never done before? Then DeKalb County, let's get this done. Let's make a statement that echoes from coast to coast about what Georgia stands for, about what we the people stand for. It's time to work, DeKalb County. It's time to vote. So say it with me one more time. Say vote. Say vote. And now join me in welcoming the Reverend Raphael Warnock to the stage.